What's up, guys? Sound Alchemist here with
Gersh1.
and we're back at it to bring you answers to your questions in another episode of For the Greater. And now Gersh is going to answer your answer with his answers.
So this is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, just to iterate that one more time. So basically, if you have a question for us, comment down below. Put question in front of your question because we get to those questions first. It's easier to forget to answer your questions if you label them questions. There's also this thing going on right now where if you are of age to drink and you want to get a little tipsy, get yourself your favorite alcoholic beverage and take a sip every time we say question.
Don't question yourselves, just do it.
Yeah.
Now on to our first question.
So this question comes from, this is going to be a long one. Papa Barnabas Varus. He asks, as the emperor said himself many times, he is no god. Then how do the living saints of the ecclesiarchy, sisters of battle, exist? I mean, Papa Emps wanted to take care of his finest. That's cool. But why does he just revive them? Why doesn't he just revive them? Okay, that's another question. Let's answer the first question with the whole ecclesiarchy, saints, and the god not being, or the emperor not being a god.
Yeah.
So the answer to that is that the emperor, even though he is not a god himself, he is the most powerful psyker in the entire galaxy. And psychic abilities can be conceived as godlike things to these measly human beings who do not have the psychic abilities of, let's say, an Eldar.
Exactly.
Just like Christopher Columbus was thought to be a god for like 2 seconds, the emperor is thought to be a god
for like 8 seconds.
Yeah, and he has the power through the warp, because he's still alive, to resurrect, empower saints.
Right.
Yeah. Then you have the other question, so if he can do that, why can't he just do that to everybody? It takes up a lot of psychic power. And that psychic power gets enhanced by those who believe. So it kind of plays into the whole idea that this saint was extremely devout to the emperor. Therefore, the emperor had easier way to reviving them because their psychic imprint was a lot stronger. Mm-hmm. And then you say, if he can resurrect people, can't he include a short message in the package? Like, good job so far. By the way, I'm no god, just an overpowered psyker on steroids. No, there's no fun in that.
Yeah.
Whenever I revive people, I don't say that. Would you? Probably not.
And anyway, it takes a lot of toll sitting on the golden throne and basically running the Astronomicon for all of humanity. So I don't think he has much time for idle talk.
Right. What is he? A fortune cookie? No, I don't think so. Next question.
I just imagine a fortune cookie just sitting on a throne.
Golden throne, yeah.
This one's by JE3R. Whose house is that?
Ron's house. All right. Roberto Pompa. This is a long one again.
Ooh.
Hey guys, you got my name spot on. ¿Hablas español? Anyways, my question concerns the future of the Imperium and the new Emperor, Primarch Guilliman, and his plan to use the Necron pylons to close the warp rift inside the Imperial Palace, and how it will move the story forward. Will the Emperor come back with the tremendous stress of keeping the rift closed be lifted for the Emperor to recover, or recover a fragment of himself? Would you consider becoming a Space Marine, Chaos an option, or a Custodes? There's a lot of questions.
Yeah.
So, again, let's go back. Okay, so do we speak Spanish? Yes.
Yes. I mean, sí.
Yes. And then, will closing the warp rift on Terra solve or resurrect the Emperor? Possibly.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
Probably not then. Yes.
But you gotta remember too that the Necron technology is like super advanced. Mm-hmm. So finding out how the pylons actually work is gonna be harder than Guilliman believes. And then, would you consider becoming a Space Marine? Chaos is optional, or a Custode?
I'd go with the Custode.
That means you're gonna be stuck on Terra.
Well, for now that Guilliman's,
with the new Crusade.
Going up with the Crusade, you could actually go out and see the world.
I would want to be Imperial Fist, just so I can be stuck on Terra and say I'm not as strong as the Sound Alchemist. That's a bad choice.
Yeah.
And then he has another one. Will Tau use melee?
They can, but it's not going to do anything.
No, they're just going to shoot and run back, because that's what Tau players do.
That's all I did in 5th edition.
And then he says, tune in next time for another episode of Dragon Ball Z. But he's not done. P.S. The Horus Heresy would make a perfect movie. A very long movie, but yes.
We got a lot of questions about movies recently.
Yeah.
On to the next question. This one is by Tolar. Whew, this is a big one, mainly because you add an example, but we'll just do your question. So he asks, can different sects from different chaos cults influence the characteristics of the chaos gods?
No.
That's probably the other way around.
Yeah, the chaos gods themselves, influence the chaos cultists.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's the thoughts of mortal people or psychic people outside of the Immaterium that affect the Immaterium.
So in a way, it's like Khorne makes chaos cultists be more bloodthirsty, more, skulls for the skull throne. But it's because these mortals do this that Khorne has his power. So it's like a cycle. A circular cycle.
Kind of lost, but yes. Okay. Corey asks, he says, question. You think that Gabriel Seth will accept or shun Primaris Marine reinforcement? Flesh Terrors didn't seem to like the Ultramarine Primarch too much after dividing their original chapter. So you mean Blood Angels? Because the Flesh Terrors are a division of the Blood Angels. So I think there is going to be a lot of Space Marine chapters that are going to push back on the Primaris Marines, but then they're going to realize, holy shit, these guys are taller than us. They are just proportionate to our body types. These guys are just all around better.
Mm-hmm. And it's like, do we risk dying or should we take this help? So yeah.
Even though there's going to be a pushback, most chapters are going to realize the truth.
This next one is by Ethan Warner, and he asks, why do you guys like squats so much? We don't. Push-ups are pretty cool too. Burpees are good too.
Burpees hurt my back really bad. Because they're space dwarves, and who doesn't like space dwarves?
Yep. It's like if you look at the space dwarves in fantasy, that's pretty badass. Some of them even have metal beards. You gotta protect the hair. But yeah, squats are pretty cool. It sucks that they got retconned, but
they might come back.
Maybe. Logan
Douglas Giles. How much do you like each race in order, as well as favorite models? Characters also, how much does the average citizen Space Marine know about the Emperor? So ranking the chapters in order for me is Orcs, Space Marines, the rest of the Imperium, Necrons, Tyranids, Tau.
I'd have to be the opposite. Tau, Space Marines, Necrons, the rest of the Imperium, Eldar, Orcs.
You forgot about Tyranids, didn't you?
Tyranids and then Orcs.
And then how much does the average citizen know about the Emperor? Well, they know about the Emperor because of the Imperial Creed. Mm-hmm. The reality of the Emperor, no citizen really knows. Average citizen, at least. And then most Space Marines know that the God Emperor was not a god. He was just an OP guy.
Right. Billy Davis III. Could any loyal Primarch ever agree with the Ecclesiarchy? After all, the Black Templars do, and Logar did.
No, because again, they lived and they saw. He said Primarch, right?
Right, Primarch.
Yeah, the Primarch saw that their father was not a god.
Well, Logar was a Primarch, and
Logar was corrupted by chaos even before the Emperor found him, though, because of his dad. What's his name? What was his dad's name?
Jeff.
Yeah. The Dark Apostle.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. This question comes from Brandon Ottman. Do you know if GW is going to release a Chaos Demon of Slanesh starter collection? They have one for the other Chaos Gods. This makes me fear that the Dark Prince is really going to be considered to be axed off.
I think they haven't done so mainly because they're kind of promoting this for like, it's easier so like kids can get into it. And it's like if you put Slanesh right in front, it's like you got titties, you got half man, half girl, half crab things.
Yeah.
So I think it's mainly because they don't want to put that out as like a promotion, but they'll still keep it. Yeah.
Last question.
Last one is by Valid Name. That's a cool name. Like how humans join the Tau, it has been known for the Imperium to take in Xenos, or at least use Xeno soldiers like Tau. What? That's not a question, dude.
Is it?
That's all he says, yeah.
Oh, move on.
Next one. This one's by C. Croder. Do you think it's possible that Cypher's ultimate plan was to kill the Emperor using the Lion Sword, and then inter himself on the Golden Throne, thus redeeming the fallen and buying enough time to allow the Emperor's perpetual body to die and be resurrected? So Cypher killing the Emperor, taking his place on the throne, and then actually being the hero because killing the Emperor will thus give him enough power to resurrect himself. That is a cool theory, but I don't think that's how it's going to go down. First of all, to have Cypher, who a lot of people already think he's like a traitor, into the throne room, that's probably not going to happen. But yeah, I mean, it's a cool theory. It makes sense lore-wise, but I don't think it'll become fruition.
It won't pan out.
That's right. Yeah.
And those were the questions for this week. Thank you so much for sending those questions our way. If you have more questions, comment down below. And like always, guys, thank you so much.
As always, I'm the Sound Alchemist.
Gersh1!
We are One Mind Syndicate. We are out of here.